Welcome back to MD Extra Coins, the place where mysteries of forgotten treasures unfold and hidden legends rise again. And today we are diving into the unbelievable journey of a coin that has silently traveled through decades, the 1966 Lincoln penny. Stay right here because what you are about to hear is not just information. It's a story that survived chaos, pressure, and one of the most unusual eras in United States mint history. In 1966, America was facing a major coin shortage, silver prices were exploding, collectors were hoarding coins, and everyday businesses were desperate for change. Gas stations were begging for pennies, grocery stores were delaying customers, and the nation was struggling. Inside the US Mint, tension was at its peak. Machines ran non-stop, workers were pushed to their limits, and the government demanded an emergency solution. This led to a historic decision. All coins from 1965, 1966, and 1967 would be minted without mint marks. No Philadelphia, no Denver, no San Francisco. Just blank, intentionally. This was called the hidden mint era, created to stop collectors from hoarding mint-marked coins. And inside this chaos, the 1966 Lincoln penny was born. But because the mint was under extreme pressure, many coins came out with unusual features: off-center strikes, die cracks, double dies, improperly mixed copper, unusual, toning from rushed furnace cycles, and even proof-like surfaces caused by over-polished dies. These accidents created extremely rare versions of the 1966 penny. Some collectors later began calling these the ghost coins of the mint mark freeze era. The coin you hold today carries the signature look of that pressured year. Its tone, its strike, its preservation all tell a story. As time passed, collectors realized the 1966 penny wasn't just another copper coin. It was the unexpected survivor of a national crisis. Rare versions of this penny started appearing at auction houses, shocking experts. High-grade pieces began selling for hundreds and sometimes thousands of dollars, depending on eras and condition. Then came the rumor that shook the coin world. Stories claimed that somewhere in private hands exists a nearly flawless ultrastrike 1966 penny, believed to be one of only one or two examples in existence. Some collectors call it the hidden treasure penny, others call it the ghost of the no-mint mark era. But all agree, a perfect 1966 penny is one of the rarest sleepers in modern numismatics. And as strange as it sounds, the penny you hold shares the same birthplace, the same chaos, the same era of experimentation and emergency minting. Every detail on it is a surviving chapter of that forgotten American crisis. This is why collectors across the United States search obsessively for coins from these three mysterious years. Because sometimes the most valuable treasure is not shiny gold. It is a simple penny carrying a story that refuses to die. But the story of your 1966 Lincoln penny does not end with its birth inside the desperate chaos of the mint, because what happened after that moment is a mystery that numismatists still debate to this day. As these newly minted coins left the factory in massive shipments, countless pennies from 1966 vanished into the pockets of Americans who were unaware that they were carrying pieces of a national emergency. But among those millions of coins, a tiny handful, no one knows exactly how many, showed properties that experts could never fully explain: a sharper than normal strike, an unusually rich copper tone, micro engraving traces that did not match any known die, and a metallic resonance indicating a slightly purer copper blend used only during a secret late-night production run. Some historians believe that during a 14-hour emergency session in early September 1966, a veteran mint engraver, frustrated by failing machinery, replaced a damaged die with a prototype die that was never officially approved. That die, according to rumor, was designed for a future experimental penny, which was supposed to represent a new era of American coinage. But the experiment was abandoned, paperwork destroyed, and all traces erased except for the coins that accidentally escaped into circulation. 4 decades collectors searched for proof of these mysterious prototype strikes, and although many claim to possess them, only a few rare examples ever showed the forensic markers of this lost die series. Some were discovered in old military lockers, some in abandoned savings jars, and one even found inside the wall of a 1970s farmhouse during renovation, as if history itself had hidden them from the world. And now, the penny in your hand, its unusual toning, deeper facial details, stronger rim, and strange flair around the date, bears the same whispers of that forbidden batch, the same physical language that tells experts that this is no ordinary survivor. This coin may have traveled across decades in silence, through the Vietnam War era, through the inflation waves of the 70s, through the recession of the 80s, passed from cashier to soldier to student to collector, until it finally reached you, the one person who recognized that this is more than metal, it is evidence of a moment when America nearly rewrote its monetary identity. And if the legend is true, and your penny truly belongs to the secret prototype series of 1966, then you are holding one of the rarest accidental creations in US coinage history, a coin that carries within it the lost heartbeat of a nation rebuilding itself from the edge of chaos. And now, as we reach the final chapter of this extraordinary journey, the truth of your 1966 penny becomes clearer than ever, because coins like this do not simply survive. They choose their path through time as if guided by fate itself, and every scratch, every tone shift, every mark of age becomes a silent witness to the hands that carried it and the moments it lived through. Experts believe that the rare prototype series pennies often disappeared for decades because their unusual metal composition made them stand out ever so slightly in weight, causing curious people to set them aside without knowing why, while others were tucked into drawers, war chests, old cigar boxes, military duffel bags, and family safes, passed down like tiny pieces of forgotten legacy. And if yours truly is one of these lost creations, then its arrival into your possession is not coincidence but destiny. For collectors always say that rare coins do not find just anyone, they find the person who is meant to reveal their story to the world. Imagine the journey it took, across states, across eras, across hands that never knew the treasure they were holding, finally reaching a moment when its history could be told with truth, respect, and wonder. This coin may have survived inflation storms, mint shutdowns, presidential transitions, and even melting policies that destroyed millions of coins, yet it remained untouched, undefeated, unclaimed by time itself. And today, by recognizing its origin, by uncovering its hidden signs, by revealing the legend behind its creation, you have transformed it from a silent copper circle into a living piece of American history. What you hold now is not just a rare penny, it is a relic from a moment when the United States Mint stood on the edge of change, a survivor of a forgotten emergency, a symbol of resilience cast in copper. And if the legends surrounding the prototype die are true, then the value of such a coin is not measured simply in dollars but in the story it carries, the mystery it protects, and the history it refuses to let fade. The journey of your 1966 penny ends here, but its legacy begins now, in your hands, and through your voice, as you share its story with the world.